Grand Rising, and it's time for my Healy testimony. I've been waiting for the right time because I've had Healy for 2 months now, and it's supported me just from the very beginning. My very first experience was absolutely amazing, and I could not have expected it to be that way. I had no expectations. I was not in the right headspace. So let me take you there. Let me take you where I was, okay? So my mom introduced me to the idea of Healy. She didn't know a whole lot about it, but she knew that the person who introduced her to it is someone who we respect so much, a naturopath doctor. She's in holistic medicine, and she has been for decades, and so we know her, we love her, we trust her, and all of that. And so when my mom began receiving information from this doctor to her email, it sparked something in her, and she attended a webinar and read up on some information. Didn't understand the whole shebang. We don't have to understand it for it to work. So she invited me to come on to a couple of Zoom webinars, and I mean, I was stuck on the price. I was also stuck on the fact that it was during pandemic. I was unable to work. I hadn't earned money in weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and I was having a hard time just staying afloat. And so I was hit very hard financially, and I just couldn't even consider something that had a price tag as significant as the Healy. And so I was resistant. And my mom kept on saying, I need you to come and check this out, and Dr. Jeannie would let us see this, and we can learn more about it, and it could really support you, it could really help you, and it could help you in your practice, it could help you to help other people. And while that's my passion, I was in scarcity mindset, right? Because I was stressed out about my situation. I didn't have a lot of flow and good energy in my root chakra, because I just didn't feel the stability. I didn't feel the security. I wasn't confident in my ability to get myself maybe out of the situation I was in. And I didn't see how Healy could freaking help, right? I mean, I didn't know anything about it. I wasn't willing. I was closed off. So fast forward 3 weeks, and probably 6 or 7 emails from my mom, a couple of text messages following up on the emails, trying to throw the Healy in at the end of conversations that we were having during quarantine with joint family members. So many people on a video conference call. She didn't want to bring it up around everybody, but she at the end she'd say, oh, Heather, make sure that and I'm like, all right, man. So once she finally got me to agree, it was just an appeasement. I just wanted the harassment to stop. And I said, okay, fine, I'll do it, fine. So I remember the day that I went, it wasn't like I was like, oh, jazzed up about checking out this new thing or anything. I was just excited that maybe, just maybe, I was gonna get my mom off my back about something that was just a distraction. I get to the office, and I'm still just resistant and just like, this is going to be annoying. And one thing for me is sometimes it's hard to do is to speak my truth and say, this isn't for me right now, or I'm sorry, I'm just going to have to pass on that, or thank you for the opportunity. I mean, it's tough for me to do that because I'm considering the other person and their investment or their desired outcome or whatever, right? And so I'm like, now I'm going to have to let somebody down who I love and respect and trust and all these things, because $2,500 is what she said, huh? That's, I don't know. So, get to the office, and Dr. Jeannie is busy, right? She already had a booming practice before the Healy, and now she's just using the Healy to support her clients further, and they're absolutely loving it. So she's got distant, Healy sessions scheduled, and in-person other types of sessions for her patients and whatnot. And so she was like, sense of urgency was up to here. It was almost like, I feel like she said, we have 20 minutes before I have my next appointment or something like that. And so she quickly, showed me the device and showed me all the bells and whistles that come along with it, you know, the electrodes and that sort of thing. And then she told me very little about it. She told me to, you know, set my intention and my focus and that sort of thing, and just give permission to be scanned. We did the scan, the aura scan, and the resonance scan, and the accuracy was insane, because what the accuracy was not what I was already aware of. It was bringing the feelings that I had around full circle to my awareness. So it was like, yes, all of those feelings I am experiencing, all of these emotions and this energy I am, right? But I didn't know why. So when I see this come up on my report, I'm just like, holy cow, what do you mean? As a result, we talked a little bit about it. She wanted to know, did it resonate with me? My mom was right there, and so she knew kind of what was going on with me, and she could tell that I was processing the whole experience, because it was just so woo-woo. I mean, I'm hippity-dippity, don't get me wrong, but I mean, I've never even delved into quantum physics, you know. I understand that we're all energy, and I've said it plenty of times, but I didn't understand, like, quite how we are all energy. And when this device came into my world, it shook shit up in the best of ways, because it allowed me to realize what was holding me back was myself and my belief system and my self-talk and my inability to allow my inner beauty to shine through, because my solar plexus was very, very shot. The energy there was pretty low, and it was because of my identity. It was my ability to excuse me, recognize myself as someone who can teach and lead and heal and all these things, even though I'm a work in progress, right? So I was going through that imposter syndrome, and as a result, self-sabotaging myself, because I wouldn't allow all of the gifts that I have, all of the work, the inner work, the shadow work that I've done. I haven't allowed other people to enjoy that, because I just keep it all bottled up. I'm really stingy, and that was my experience, and it was showing up for me on the scan. How personal is that? So Dr. Jeannie asked me, she showed me the programs, and she said, which one resonates with you? Which one would you like to run? And I looked at the whole shebang, and I said, ooh, I want some Bach flower remedies, because I know that supports your emotional well-being and brings balance and harmony to your thoughts and emotions and things like that. So I said, okay, we want to do that. She sent me the Bach flower remedies. I immediately felt just a sense of peace, you know, peace and almost like encouragement. It was like this invisible encouragement that just like fueled me up and made me feel invincible, made me feel like all of the things that I want to accomplish and all of the dreams aspirations I have, and the things that I've been able to visualize and I'm working on manifesting, because I want to help everybody. It's all possible. And as a result of the scan and as a result of the Bach flower remedies, I was able to pivot and completely shift the narrative that I was writing for myself, and took responsibility and said, you know what? I'm not waiting for what's around the next corner. I'm sprinting in the direction I want to get to, and I'm going to work my ass off to get there. And so for me, the relevance of what came up, and then as soon as I applied it, and it was just a part of me, and right in the front of my mind, like I have to focus on changing this aspect of myself because it's holding me back. As soon as I took back control of my life, ever since, I've felt empowered and free and able, and my dreams have been more vivid, and my experiences have been more enriched, and my ability to step out of my comfort zone and do things that are scary to me has increased tremendously. And also my ability to speak my truth and say, this is too much for me, or I would love to help you but I can't right now, or these are my needs. I just had a conversation with my wife this morning that I've always wanted to be able to be just like that direct and that honest with my needs, and I was, and it was so well received. And timing is huge when it comes to communication, and it's just very rewarding to be able to put forth the work and then reap the benefit. But having Healy supports me so much. And one thing that I feel that I think about Healy, I haven't heard anyone else say this, but this is how I feel about Healy. I feel that when we're going through something, whether it be a disharmony in our emotions, or our emotions manifesting in our physical, or mental fatigue and exhaustion and overwhelm and all those things, when we're experiencing those things, or even, you can go higher on the frequency chart and talk about, when we're experiencing the gratitude and the love, and when we're experiencing the connected, the feelings of being connected and being, accepted and a part of something, all these things, that those are the high frequencies. The other ones I was talking about were the lower ones. But when we're experiencing these highs and these lows, it's for a reason. And often I would be supported, like I said earlier in this video, by the energy, the energy in the singing bowl, or the energy in the essential oils, or the crystals in the stones, my tiger's eye, and I would connect with that, and I'd say, oh, what do I need right now? And I would make the connection. I would make my selection. And now with the frequency device, and it's able to analyze me, and report back what my specific body, physical and energy being needs at the time to support me and bring me back into balance. It's sending me essentially the same supportive frequencies that I would have been seeking out in my other biohacking methods. I'm so open to different modalities of holistic health and alternative medicine and that sort of thing. So I didn't realize all along it was frequency medicine. I just didn't realize it wasn't coming from a device, it was coming from source. And so for me, it's not like a magic pill or anything like that. I mean, it's customized and it's a whole lot better than a magic pill, but by you being open and conscious and aware and ready to receive this magic into your information field, into your bioenergetic field, for you to be reprogramming your cells, you would essentially have been trying to do that with these other items, and it just would have not been as effective, and it wouldn't have been as quick of a response time for you to see the difference and whatnot. But this is just a magical experience for me. The device itself isn't magic, it's science. It's exactly what we've all been waiting for, and that's why I'm so excited to share this, because I've always had a problem with selling. I've never been a saleswoman, and just it feels icky to me for some reason. I mean, even when I'm in the store or the mall and someone's chasing me down to try some hand lotion, or they want to flat iron half of my head in the mall, or we go to the Best Buy to buy a laptop and the sales guy is just like, his eyes are just, he looks like he's on something, because he's just like chomping at the bit to get us to swipe our card with his employee name for it absolutely just doesn't feel right. So for me personally, I don't feel connected to that. However, I realized through self-development and through some of this awareness with the Healy that salespeople kind of make the economy go round, and that's super important. And also, salespeople are typically filling the need that somebody has, or that a mass of people have this same problem, and now they have this solution for them, and it's worth the value of exchanging that solution for their money. That makes sense. That return on investment is significant for them, and they are happy to spend that money, right? So now that I understand these principles, and I'm understanding that, wait a second, I guess I am a saleswoman. I'm always selling something, whether it's an idea or a solution. Typically it doesn't have a price tag, so it doesn't feel salesy. But when the conversation's flowing, I have no problem hearing one of my friends or family members describe some physical ailments or symptoms, and then I insert solution and say, well, have you tried this? Have you tried this? Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sharing these different solutions with them. Because there's not a price tag, I feel so confident in sharing this information because it's just value. And then there's no exchange here, and I don't need anything or want anything. There's no ulterior motive. I'm not biased, all these things. But as soon as I'm getting monetary gain, I feel icky, and I am releasing that. And I want all of you guys, any Healy users, to release that, because the development of this device, the manufacturing, distribution of this device, the investment behind this device, all of the medical advisory board and their expertise, the science and discoveries of Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein and Dr. Royal Rife. I mean, these are visionaries that weren't here to see all of their ideas come to fruition, but we are. And there are some power players within Healy world that are absolutely magical conscious beings, that their entire mission is to raise the consciousness and to raise the collective vibration and frequency of the planet, as well as bring wealth and abundance to anybody and everybody who is willing to step into this light. Okay, so I'm gonna end rant. I feel like this is just a magical time for anybody who is willing to step into something that just is so different that you just don't even know what the heck is. You just don't know what's behind this. You just don't know until you try it. So because of that, of course, I'm offering free vibe sessions. Are you kidding me? The vibe sessions include an aura analysis and a report that you get emailed. So if we can't go over every question you have during the 15-minute session, you'll have the report to go over for as long as you want, and you can Google things. I'll be a resource for you. Open invitation to my Quantum Biohackers Academy. It's hosted in Mighty Networks. You might not know much about Mighty Networks yet, but you sure will, because it is an awesome platform that allows you to co-create an immersive world where like-minded, heart-centered people are coming together to support each other and empower one another and help educate each other. We have a student-teacher situation going on because I wear both hats in my academy. I am so open to being taught, to learn more. I seek more truth and more knowledge every day, and everything that I learn, and I've been just obsessing over Healy for it was 5 weeks before I received the device that I was just diving headfirst into any bit of information I could find, and I realized there wasn't a whole lot out there. So that's another reason why, in the spirit of servant leadership, I'm here showing up to share. Again, some people don't have that time to spend with their nose in the book, researching and going through peer reviews and white pages and cross-examining and fact-checking and looking for the scientific studies, and if they're blind studies, and connecting the dots between Time Waver and Healy, and it's a lot. So I'm making it easy. I'm cutting it and pasting it down so that it can reach more people. And I'm also starting a podcast because I know that so far in my academy, I've had a couple of interactions with my students letting me know that it's tough for them to be present for a live video. And so they're saying that they're either driving or they're working with their kids, or something is going on where if only they could listen, right? So I'm starting this podcast for that reason, because I want this information to get to everybody who needs it, and I don't want people to be struggling to consume this information. Also, letting you guys know, I'm starting a new show. I'm just feeling super empowered. The last 4 days I've been moving. It's been super stressful. I've been exhausted. I woke up this morning and I'm like, let's do it. So the show's name is The 12 at Noon Show. So the 12 at Noon Show is going to be mostly about Healy, biohacking, frequencies, self-development, love, self-care, empowerment, mindset, and abundance. And we're just going to be just like slamming as much information into that 12 minutes. So it's going to be 12 topics or 12 tips and tricks and hacks and maybe stories. We're going to have some guests come on as well and share their expertise. So when they come on, then the topic would be specifically what their business is and what their expertise is, what they want to share with us. So that'll be really exciting. And then in addition to that, it's going to be at noon. So you guys can pop in during lunch. And if you can't watch it, then I'll be putting it on to the podcast. That would just be the 1 day lag time. So I'm just so excited to be here. I'm glad that you're here. If you're still on this video, this is the longest video I've ever made in my life, and I'm not even gonna edit it. I'm just gonna do it. My program just finished. I was running the contentment, and I'm definitely feeling that. I want you guys to see the beach real quick before I part ways with you, okay? Can't be stingy. I gotta share. Hi friends.
Hello.
I'm just sharing the love with people who aren't here to enjoy this.
That's nice.
I know. Have a good day, guys. Thanks. And you guys have a good day until 12 when I see you at the 12 at noon show. Mwah.